friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, if you guys couldn't tell, is a 24-hour readathon vlog. And this time around, I decided to do something a little fun, a little different. I am challenging myself to get through as many of the Princess Diaries books as I can. The majestic I read like Sonic runs plan is to go through all like 11 or 10 books. The more understandable and probably graspable decision or goal is to at least get to book 3 or 4. I have been holding off on reading the Princess Diaries books for a very long time. Very long time. I have a lot of friends who love the Princess Diaries books. I love the Princess Diaries movies. But the books, I was always like, I don't know. So, decided to bite the bullet and do it. Because, the reasoning behind why I haven't read it yet is just because, like, at first I thought it was very middle grade. And then I had someone talk about it on TikTok. I forgot who it was. But she basically, if you see this video and this description sounds familiar to you because you were the one who described it, can you say who you are, and I'll leave a link to your like TikTok channel in the description. But basically, they described Mia as a baby leftist who is from New York and not like the movie Mia, which is a little crunchy, and where this Mia was very much like a baby leftist, homegirl goes to protests, and Lily's talk show is very much like an aggressive like way to actually talk about issues and be a platform for these kind of situations. And then she said that, or they said that the book, basically the book series in its entirety, is Mia trying to rule a country where everyone is very conservative, very traditional, and she has to now rule this country as a baby leftist while not sacrificing her very progressive values that she's grown up with. And that basically sold me on the books. Now, I believe all 11 books are on my Libby. I don't know if all of them have an audiobook, but I am probably going to try to do an audio, like switch between the two, because I also would like to work on my bullet journal and some other creative avenues that I've been meaning to get to, but just have not quite yet. So that is the plan for this readathon. I am not starting it quite yet because I am hungry. We're ordering lunch as we speak, and I'm in the middle of the fourth wing, and I ended it in the middle of a chapter. I was getting my hair done, or hair cut, I should say. So I would like to kind of finish up that chapter. Same thing with the other book I'm reading. So we're just gonna try to go from there. I don't know what time it is. I think it was like 1:45 when I got home. So start goal is hopefully 3 p.m. We'll see. I'll update you guys when I actually start it and can discuss more about the book and the fun thing about this video. The other fun thing about this video. So it is now editing Therese here. I have filmed this multiple times. Struggled with lighting multiple times. But I am here to talk about this video sponsor. So this video is sponsored to Javy Coffee, so thank you so much for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know what Javy Coffee is, they are an ethical and sustainable brand. I'll show you guys a little thingy. you will definitely see in the cutaway. They're an ethical and sustainable coffee concentrate brand. Coffee concentrate is starting to kind of pop up in popularity these past, I want to say like year or so, due to like everyone loving cold brew coffee. And you know, instead of like going to Starbucks or something, you guys can go get your own coffee concentrate. Before we got Javy, my sister used to buy coffee concentrate at the store, so it's definitely an option. But Javy is very focused on ethical and sustainable farming when it comes to their coffee grounds, and really focus on something called regenerative farming, which basically means that if you guys don't work with plants in any factor, you guys probably don't know that plants, like soil in of itself, will lose nutrients as it goes on to continue doing that. Their focus is to make sure that the plants continue to stay, or the soil continues to stay nutritious or filled with the nutrients it needs to grow, and also helps promote more biodiversity within the different planting that they can do, which I really love. Now Javy, like I said, reached out to me and asked me if I could review them, and now I'll show you guys in the cutaway clip. I have been using Javy for at least a couple weeks now. Tried it with a few different things. There's some Javy. There's Javy in the tumbler that I just had right now. I've had it about 3 or 4 times now. I have tried Javy a couple of different ways with different like liquids, different like I guess like bases. I have tried Javy with milk, which makes it very creamy. I have tried it with water, which in my opinion I think waters down the strength of the coffee a little bit, and then with oat milk, which is what I have had in this video, or what I drank in this 24-hour vlog, and what I'm drinking. If you guys know me in the slightest, you guys know that I am not like the strongest coffee drinker, mainly because I do not have the time. I like to sleep as late as I can and get ready and just head out the door. So I don't usually always go to Starbucks. I don't brew my own coffee, and I'm also kind of bad at brewing coffee, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time I just make hot cocoa at work. But with Javy, I have tried this while my boyfriend was out of town, you know, very much not changing anything, maybe giving myself an extra 5 minutes in the day just to pack my lunch, and I haven't seen a change in like how I run throughout my day. This was very, very easy to make. You just put like, I put 2 teaspoons in here, which, looking at my history with coffee, is probably too many teaspoons. I think 1.5 is probably the better option. Then toss in the oat milk that I like. A creamer, I use a caramel creamer, and then some sugar because I like my coffee really, really sweet. I was raised with sweet coffee. It's not going to change anytime soon. But I really, and I just kind of put it in the tumbler, shake the tumbler up, start with a straw, and I'm on my way in like 5 minutes. So that's really why I like it, mainly because it gives me the boost of energy that I need, and it's also really easy and quick to make. I don't have to brew. I don't have to wait for anything to heat up. I don't have to wait for anything to sit and stir and steep and bloom. It's just all in there. And like I said, Javy is a very ethical and sustainable company, so I'm very excited. I was very happy to be able to work with them, not only to feed my own coffee problems, but then to also really just stand by a company that believes in ethical and sustainable farming. If you guys are interested in trying Javy for the first time, or if you guys are fans of Javy in general and are like, oh, well, maybe I can go ahead and use this opportunity to get more Javy. But I have a 20% off discount code that you guys can use. I'll also leave that link down below and my link down there as well. And that is Mary Therese, all one word, squished together as my first name implies, even though my first and middle name are 2 separate words. But Mary and Therese, my first and my middle name. And then the numbers 48039. Again, it's Mary Therese squished all together, and then 48039, which is the code. So you guys want to give it a shot, you guys are more than welcome to. And yeah, highly recommend Javy, especially if you guys are like me and do enjoy the taste of coffee and the smell of coffee, but do not have enough time in the morning to make coffee. It's very good. I highly recommend it, and again, also a very good brand that whose ideals line up with mine. So yes. But back to the scheduled video, which from this point on will just be from the 24 hours that I actually did stay up and read the Princess Diaries series. So Sherm, buddy, Thank you, jump down. Come here, come on. Is it really a video? Sherman doesn't try to butt his head in the frame. Okay. Alrighty. But moving on to an actual update. I'm about 18, 17% of the way through. It's a very quick read. It's really all it is just Mia writing in her diary. Nothing too, like, descriptive per se. I will say there are some funny lines already, like the fact that when she found out she was a princess, she got, like, aggressive hiccups that she had to be excused from. And the fact that her mom is now dating her algebra teacher, which does happen in the movie, but what does not happen in the movie is that her mom had been already dating around then, and that she'd been extremely depressed since her last stint ended with her accidentally dating a Republican that she found out later in the relationship. So it's good so far. I'm enjoying it. I will keep you guys updated and see what else is there for you guys to know about. Yes, I'll update you guys probably when I get to 50%. I just needed to update because I was falling asleep. I needed some coffee, and I figured a good little reading break will be nice to do that with. I need to add more creamer. Okay. I'm just gonna film a quick update while I'm prepping dinner. So excuse the sounds of chopping, or if I start sniffling, it's because there are onions that I'm cutting. So I'm about 50% of the way through the book. I mean, it's not a very difficult or like complex read. Mia, at the time of the story, is about 14 years old. And it's all her diary entries, which is very fitting considering the title of the book is Princess Diaries. And, you know, she does stand up for a lot of things that she believes in, but a lot of the times it's still very, like, white-centered. Like, Lily wants to go against an Asian run deli because they charged her 5 more cents than they charged the Asian girl for the same exact thing. Oh yeah, and there are definitely comments that Mia makes that is just very much like, well, that doesn't sound right. Like she told a Russian kid, you wear in America, we don't tuck our sweaters into pants here. And then when she went with Paolo, she, in her head, was like, why are you calling yourself Paolo? It's America, your name is Paul. It's Paul. There are definitely lots of funny lines that come with the fact that, like, you know, her mom has only like really brought home 3 people in the past 14 years. One of them turned out to be gay, the other one was a Republican, and now her algebra teacher. So she can't really complain too much about who's coming over. But yeah, it's just a very quick and fast-paced read. I can see myself probably finishing it in the next like couple hours, but right now gotta cook dinner. For those of you guys wondering, I am making something called lomo saltado. I saw it on TikTok. It's a Peruvian dish that is like beef with onions and like tomatoes and chili next to some fries, and it looks really hearty and good. I can't say I have the actual like Peruvian recipe. I found this one off of all recipes, and the recipe that I found on TikTok said that it wasn't like true Peruvian lomo saltado, but I am excited to try it, and maybe in the future I'll find an actual version of it that is truer to like the actual Peruvian taste. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the book so far. It's not a very complex book. I'm interested to see how Mia grows, because right now she is, rightfully so, a bit of a whiny teenager, but she's also 14 years old, who found out that her father is a princess, and because he cannot have children anymore due to his infertility after having, I think was like testicular cancer, she is now the only heir of Genovia. And I will say that they also watered down, or they really like made it so the queen in the, like, you know, our Lord and Savior, Julie Andrews' character, was a lot more likable in the movies than she was in the books. In the book, she's like this, she reminds me of like the grandma from Anastasia, but not in the fun way, in the way you would think when you see a woman like her. Very uppity, very mean. She called me a prostitute for wearing lip gloss and told her she got the wrong kind of pantyhose. So it's been interesting of a read so far, but I will update you guys depending on how far I get, or if anything exciting particularly happens, either at 75 or when I'm done with the book. Okay, focus on me. Okay, I have now finished the first book, Princess Diaries. I'm currently torn between giving it a 3 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5. It wasn't bad by any means. It was just like very middle of the road. Where book 1 ends is probably like a third of the first movie. It was like, technically, if we're going off the movie, which is like different from the first, slightly different from the first book, it ends where the beach party is, like a little after where the beach party is. And then the second book picks up right after and adds like extra stuff to it. Mia's mom is now pregnant. That doesn't happen in the second movie. It does happen in the second book though. And Mia is set to like present herself to the world as the official princess of Genovia in December. So that's kind of where I'm at with the second book right now. But yeah, it was like close to the movie, or the movie was close to the book, but they definitely changed a lot of things. They aged Mia up, because in the first and second book Mia is 14. In the movie she's about 16, 17, like almost like driving age, or she is driving age. She has a car. Her dad's not around by the time of the first book. Her dad has died, which I don't know if that's going to happen in the series. Grandma's a lot less sympathetic in the books. Other than that, the timeline of like her being found out, the party where Josh like forcibly kisses her, and all that stuff is pretty much the same. I do like that the book has an added feature of Tina, who is another, like, she's not a princess, I don't think, but her family is, I want to say like Middle Eastern? Yes. And they own one of the bigger like oil companies, so Mia kind of has a friend who is also like in the spotlight and has like a guard following around, which was a very nice touch to add. Yeah, I'm debating on a 3 out of 4. I think once I finish the second book, I'll see what my final rating on the first book will be. Just because how the first book ended was kind of weird. Like, the grandmother doesn't get, like, tries to help a blind man. Blind man is not blind. And I think he robs her of something, and instead of, like, the guards go to help her, and instead grandma got it down and started beating him with her purse. And that's where it ends. So it's a very, like, weird place to end, but it is. I'll update you guys again. It's like almost 11 right now. I'm probably gonna go like brush my teeth and just like get cozy for a little bit, because I don't think I'm gonna stay up too late, but I am gonna stay up late. I'm hoping to have the second book finished before I go to bed. So right now, given my time frame, I'm probably looking at like 1 o'clock, but I gotta clean the litter box. I didn't do that last night when I got home. Gotta clean it. Cats are getting grouchy.
So comfortable, and no one seems to hold me like you do. You're so wonderful. A star could never shine as bright as you. Shine as bright as you. Even the dark days still see light. Even the birds still sing at night. Every word just comes out right when I'm with you, with you. I feel so lucky I met you, and I still can't believe that I get to see those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky, and I feel so lucky I met you. It's not logical, the way I feel when you walk in the room.
Pardon the bedhead. I finished book 2 like probably like 5 minutes ago. I stayed up until 1:30 in the morning, and then I passed out, and I just finished book 2 a couple minutes ago. I think I'll probably give this one 3 out of 5 stars. It's not the most exciting one of the book. Definitely had a lot going on, and I definitely feel like Mia might need new friends. I was not a fan of Lily. Degrading, I don't know. I think Lily in the movies is a lot nicer of a person than Lily is in the books. Lily in the books is very like, I know more than you, I am hoity-toity. My parents are psychoanalysts. And very much, like, I think she feels very possessive over Mia. Like, when Mia went to the interview, she got really mad because I guess Beverly's like her favorite journalist of all time, but that was never disclosed to Mia. Then at a sleepover, she like interviewed Mia while this girl was like half asleep, trying to get her to like be the like show the real Mia Thermopolis, and then did not tell her about anything that was going on with her own cousin. So it was just like, I don't know, Lily does not seem like a very good friend. She just seems very degrading as a friend and is just not very nice to Mia. But I get it, they've been best friends since like kindergarten, so I guess it makes sense for her to like stick with her. But I don't know, I feel like Lily just puts Mia down at every chance she gets. So it doesn't make sense to me to I don't know, it's just not a fun friendship to like read. I don't see what Lily does from what Lily contributes to the friendship other than insulting the poor thing while she's just literally trying to figure out what is going on with her life and figure out what is what to do with the whole princess thing, just trying to make the best of the situation, and I think Lily is not the person for that. TBH. We had 3 out of 5 stars. It's not, again, my favorite. Not a lot happened. We do get a lot of like family drama because her mom's pregnant. Mia's freaking out over it. But again, nothing really happened. So I'm going to go ahead and read Princess in Love, which is the 3rd book in the series, which I think we're probably going to get the storyline with her and Michael, but then she said yes to dating a guy named Kenny. So, who knows? But I'm probably going to go. I had to run a couple errands this morning, so I think that is what my sister and I will be doing at the moment. And then we'll go from there, because then we have to go run errands in general. But I'm very hopeful that at least I'll finish the 3rd book by the end of this readathon and have more thoughts on the 3rd book. Yes, I'll catch up with you guys once I have washed my face and am a little more lucid. It is now like almost 2:40. I took like a 2-hour break because my sister wanted to run errands, and now I'm on the 3rd book. I'm about 52% of the way through, and I'm determined to finish the 3rd book before 3:30. Thoughts so far. Mia's dating some guy she has no interest in, trying to break up with him, but he like declared his love for her, and it's just not working out very well. What else? Lily is still a terrible friend. I don't know. I think aside from like in animes, I'm very much over having the best friend that berates you and insults you at every corner. You know, maybe it works out. Maybe Lily gets better. But that's all the thoughts I have so far. Right now it's just finals, and she's trying to just figure out how to keep her grades up so she doesn't flunk. I don't know how. I'm bad at math too, but I did not end up flunking algebra as a freshman. I got a B. Almost passed with a C, but I got a B. But I'll update you guys once I probably get to 75% of the way through, or finish the book. I just think that the first 3 books probably could have been squished into one big book, just because there's a lot of filler stuff occurring. Lots of filler stuff. But different time of a book, like when the book was published, series was published.
When you walk in the room, it's not optional. How gravity just pulls me right to you.
I finished the 3rd book with 3 minutes to spare before my 24-hour readathon finished. So, I will say this. I think a 4 out of 5 stars with that one. I think I enjoyed that a little bit more than the second one. It had a little bit more going on with Mia's internal struggle, to, you know, pass her classes and the whole romance of it all, and her as a 14-year-old being very, very focused on the fact that she has not grown breasts yet, because I feel that from when I was young, about her age, I really do. I will say that there are definitely some like outdated moments in all 3 books. I just like I clocked it, but I didn't clock it before. they have in the movie they have a neighbor who's like a script writer who wants to become big. In the books, it's Ronnie, who is a trans female, male to female, and every comment they have to make, is my sister's girl group pen, is my neighbor who used to be a man. She used to be a man. All the time. All the time. And after a while, I was just like, okay, do we have to keep bringing that up? It feels like kind of like an insult at this point with how often it's being brought into the conversation. Definitely some outdated things, I think. But I enjoyed the book so far. She definitely did end up with Michael, much like in the end of the first movie where they end up kissing. I'm interested to see how the relationship pans out, and whether or not Lily does become a better friend, because as of right now, it's literally just her berating and insulting Mia at every chance she got. Which, I mean, there's a problem deep-seated in Lily, because Lily is very much like, I am superior, I am better than everyone else, but then puts people down. And then her relationship with Boris, which is weird, because Boris has like Lily doesn't seem to really enjoy Boris that much either, but Boris like adores Lily, so it's just a very weird dynamic with Lily and all of her relationships. Romantic, platonic, familial, otherwise. But I enjoyed the series so far. I think I will definitely be trying to finish out the series in the future. I think right now I am very poopeted from reading all those books consecutively for 24 hours. But on the bright side, so my initial goal, the big master goal I read like Sonic runs, was all 12 books. I'll use Grogu's head as a pointer. All 12 books. But the more realistic goal was to get through books 1 through 3 or 4 books in 24 hours, which I did get through all 3 books. If I keep that up, that means I just have to read 3 more books 3 more times in a 24-hour sitting to finish out the series. So keep an eye out, because maybe I'll turn it into a series, so I'll do another 24-hour readathon. I do have some other holidays coming up where I can stay up for 24 hours and read the next 3 sets of books. If you guys enjoyed this video, I don't know, I might still do it even if people are like, oh, I hate this, because I really did have fun reading the first 3 books. It's very nostalgic, and Mia as a narrator is just very funny, because she's very much teenager who just like is trying to find her way through life. But yes, that is it. Let me just go over my ratings for the first 3 books. Princess Diaries, I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's very nostalgic. Again, it only covers the first third of the movie, so that's why I was like, wait. And the ending was also just very weird in general, but I'm noticing that the ending in the books just kind of end. They don't really like have like a conclusion. It just stops. Second book is Princess in the Spotlight. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy this one, but again, there just wasn't a lot going on. It was just a lot of like weird setup, as most second books are. Then the next book, Princess in Love, is the 3rd book in the series. I also gave that 4 or 5 stars. Lots of pining, lots of personal issues, and again, Mia growing as a character. It's just very slow because there's so many books. This ending, however, did not end in some random ending. It ended pretty like well with her like kissing Michael, and then her being like, oh my god, everyone was right. Frenching just happens naturally. And that was the end. But definitely like a very weird, the books end very abruptly. So I don't know if these came out like in a box set and you could just like binge all the books, or if they did come out like kind of individually and you were just stuck being like, well, now what? Which is fair. But yeah, if you guys like this video, let me know in the comments below. But now I gotta go grocery shopping and hopefully not fall asleep at the grocery store, because I am kind of tired. But yes, hit like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Again, Javy Coffee, nice coffee concentrate company, all nice and ethical and sustainable. I will leave my link with them down below, as well as my 20% discount code. Think that made sense? I don't know. But yes, chat with you guys later. Bye.